Alright, the next story quest is A Glimmer of the Past, level 100, given to us by Kryle. We are in the back room of Solution 9. Here we go. Cutscene. Grahatia and I can never remember his name, the blue-haired guy with a gun. Whatever, we'll see in a second. Ah, mercy, your timing could not have been better. If you have a moment, we have some things we'd like to share, says Kryle. Excellent, we'll just wait for Lamachi. She should arrive shortly. Mercy, glad to see you here too. She gives a wave as she walks in the door. And speak of the devil, let's catch each other up, shall we? Right, I'll go first if nobody minds. I've been back in Tuliyola and spoke with Koana. That's a weird way to put that. I've been back. Okay, whatever. I told him all about the records left behind by Gululja's mother, and as well as Sphene's reappearance. We decided that I should remain in the dome until things get settled down more. But while I'm Gululja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler. I'll have to take care not to appear as though I'm meddling in Alexandrian politics. That's all from me. That's all from me. Oh, sorry. That was her catch-up, I guess. As for the rest of us, we've been keeping track of this new Sphene. She has been making regular appearances before the people. And each time she does, she encourages them to become endless. Alas, much else about her remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now, says Graha. Geode is his name. On our end, we've confirmed that only those wearing regulators have had their knowledge of Queen Sphene's death altered. Someone must have tampered with the devices to remove any and all memories of the event. Though we haven't yet identified the perpetrator, given recent reports, Sphene is the chief subject. Many believe that the Queen of Reason is alive and well, and remember her funeral as a memorial for those lost in the attack. Needless to say, this has proven confusing for those with more accurate recollections, says Kryle. We'll carry on with our investigation. I'll head to Earth and Sky now and coordinate with our people there. And Geode walks off. Geode. Dude. Sorry. There's one other matter. The highlights of this gathering, you might say. The highlight of this gathering, sorry. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. By all means, where's this person now? In the break room. She is unwell, and Y'shtola and Alysea have been tending to her. They'll be able to explain things. Okay. I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too, says Galul. And we look at the break room. The break room is at the end of the hallway through that door. We can go whenever you're ready. Why do you say it like that? Is it going to be like an event? Whatever. Quest accepted. Why don't we just go there? Weirdos. Weirdos. So we head to the northwest corner of this big back room. Proceed to the break room. Why, yes, I will. Thank you for asking for some reason. Cutscene. We got kind of like cubicles set up, more or less, but with beds in them instead of desks. We see what looks like the body of Sphene, like human Sphene.
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul.
Says Y'shtola. It's been a while since we've heard her voice, so I just want to make sure. I've been doing her more like this. Well, that's kind of more Merlweb.
We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Oh, interesting. So that's who the...
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis. Y'shtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with a proxy as fast as I could. We're now waiting to see if the treatment was effective.
Oh, okay, so she was enthralled by someone who was lightning aspected. Interesting. That would also explain...
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect.
That would also explain the flickering of, like, the nearby display screens during that Sphene encounter with the group of people. Could also explain why that quote-unquote Sphene was able to erase their memories of the funeral. So, okay, the Tyrol Vidral we have fought so far, the first one would have been Wind. And I explained that in I think after that dungeon where we fought the Earth aspected Tyrol Vidral, the bunny. But Verligarmanda was Wind, I believe. The bunny was I don't remember his name. It was only briefly that we ever talked about him. He was Earth, so this one could be lightning, and then eventually we might face water, fire. Is there another element? Ice? yeah, we'll see. But Y'shtola might be saying the same thing I was just saying. We'll see.
I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphene was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
What? But how can that be possible? The real Sphene died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died.
Apparently she's awake.
Whatever do you mean?
She's eyes open.
I am not dead. I'm not.
Struggling a bit to sit up in the bed.
What is this place?
Looking to each of us.
Where is everyone? Otis and Zelenia. And who are you people?
Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself.
By the way, the reason, if you don't remember, and that's fine, the reason that I thought she was enthralled by something of like lightning, like kind of like Ramu, is because the Porksy method of removing the enthrallment was something that Alice came up with in the Crystarium expansion. The one where you had like the wall of light and yeah. It removed, yeah. So
Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
yeah, why would you? It's been hundreds of years, supposedly.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal.
Many years is an understatement, honey. But I guess you want to kind of shelter her from the full truth. Too much too soon.
Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
That's a really good way to put it. Yeah. Well done. She nods. Y'shtola looks to Shale to continue, I guess.
In that dark room, there was an electrope casket designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis. Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down, that was where you were kept, in all likelihood. Since the time of the Old Kingdom, for 4 centuries.
What? Do you speak true? I've been asleep for that long. 400 years.
Her face is in her palms right now.
Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
Cutscene fades to black. Just when it was getting good. Come on. We speak to Sphene to continue. I do not believe that you're lying, so please tell me everything that has happened. Everything. Very well, says Y'shtola. But let us do so with care, lest we cause you undue strain. Now, while I should like more of us to assist, it isn't practical to gather everyone, so I will summon Gurahatia and Kryal for now. Cutscene. Please keep doing voice acting. Y'shtola is continuing to explain. Raha and Kryal have joined us. The cutscene kind of flashes as people change positions. The explanations continue. Sphene is sitting up now, asking questions, seemingly more vital. I'm explaining things. Wook is explaining things. Kind of a time lapse.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Y'shtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale.
They are good healers.
I know not how to repay them. Not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
Y'shtola was a main healer. She was a white mage. Alisei has always been a red mage from my remembrance, from my memory. And red mage healing is not great.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
My options are Y'shtola is the motherly sort, or Alisei never abandons those in need, or they're comrades you can rely on. They're comrades you can rely on.
She's known those two for a long time. You can trust in her judgment.
I was gonna say 100 levels, but that's not true. I would have met... Wow, yeah, I wouldn't have met Y'shtola. I mean, I didn't meet Alisei for the longest time because she didn't really play a part in levels 1 through 50. And then Alphino, and I met Alphino, and I mean, we saw Alphino and Alisei talking to each other in each of the 3 nations, but we didn't really have any interaction with Alisei until much later, level 50 plus, kind of 60 plus. I don't remember. As for Y'shtola, I don't remember what level we met her, but we met Papa Limo, and why can't I remember her name? The monk gal who was awesome. Papa Limo and... whatever. Anyway, sorry.
Besides, you helped to prove that their treatment works here as well.
Just reminiscing.
With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
I see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long.
Ida? YDA Ida, I think?
So very long.
But I think it was, like, I don't remember at what point in time it was revealed that she was, like, it wasn't Ida, it was Ida's sister pretending to be Ida. And I can't remember what Ida's sister's name is right now. I can picture her face, her fighting style, all that shit. I just can't. Ooh, haven't talked to her in a while.
I steeled myself having been warned, but it's difficult. to come to terms with everything.
Sphene?
Says Gululja. He thinks.
Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Great idea. There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes. That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene.
I was gonna say it should probably be disguised.
Still want to take a look, even so?
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm.
My options are we can go together, or we'll be your escort. We can go together.
Truly, I would be honored.
I wonder what the response would be to the escort option. I think.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
Honestly, that's not even a choice. They're the same freaking thing. What a dumb choice.
Thank you, Glimmer.
This has been a question that has been brought up. I've seen before, like giving your players seemingly giving them the option to choose different dialogue and stuff, as if it matters at all to the storyline. It doesn't. But I guess it makes players feel like they have some amount of agency, but they really don't. So, whatever. Seekers of Eternity as those words have popped up in the bottom right of the screen as it fades to black. Seekers of Eternity. Sneakers. Eternity sneakers. No. We talked to Sphene to finish the quest. Thank you as well, Mercy, for your kindness. The endless Sphene. You knew her, did you not? It may take time for both of us to come to terms with this situation, myself especially, but I recognize that I must. I may still be here, but the world I knew is gone. A Glimmer of the Past is complete. 1200 gil. Item level 690 food. I'm probably going to be doing these on Red Mage, so the spell speed food is the best one to take. Especially if they're with trust. We'll see. Hey, quest complete, video complete. I will see you soon for the next one because I am engrossed. Bye bye for now.